G'day, that's Slot Car Guy here, and welcome to a very special episode of My 5 Favourites. It's an F1 special because the great race is in my backyard here in Melbourne, Australia at the newly redesigned and resurfaced Albert Park Raceway. So, let's get stuck into it. 5 F1 slot cars from my collection. Will I give any love to Daniel Ricciardo? Stick around and find out, but let's kick it off with car number 1. So let's kick it off with car number 1, and I've gone with a double banger, the same car in 2 different package configurations, and of course by the incredible SRC, which you know I love that company and I adore that company and what they are producing. But let's kick off with the ready to run version. Was a limited run when it was released. I've got car number 5, 22 out of 1015. SRC do limited run cars, but this M23 is incredible. It looks beautiful, it's well finished, highly detailed. This was a must. But now let's move on to what I call a really good collector's edition. It has 2 crystal cases inside the box, full of pieces for you to build your own M23, and hopefully it turns out as good as this. Now, if I was building it, it wouldn't, but if you are, I'd say half decent at a kit and you can grab one of these, definitely do. It'll be a fun build. So there we go, car number 1, a double banger by SRC. Beautiful way to start off, but what do we have for car number 2? Well, let's check it out right now. So car number 2, I've gone with the incredible Hockenheim 1970s edition Lotus by Polycar. Now, I'm a massive fan of Polycar and of course Slot It, but this is a very stunning slot car. When it comes to looks, it is highly detailed, but it also performs very well out of the box. Do you have a Polycar F1 in your collection or any Polycars? Because I have found they produce some stunning cars, and of course they are part of the Slot It company, but oh, it's an absolutely stunning looking slot car. So there we have it, the 1970s Hockenheim edition Lotus F1 car for the F1 special. So what do I have for car number 3? Well, let's check it out together. So for car number 3, I've chosen the incredible NSR Formula 86 to 89 wearing the Canon livery. Now, before we talk about the car itself, if you are getting into the hobby or you've been in the hobby forever and you haven't purchased any NSR car, please take a look at them. They're a really, really good company, bang for buck, and of course, out of the box, these things really, really perform. Now let's focus on the 86 to 89 Formula car. This isn't a replica of the Williams Canon car. It is a standalone car, a generic F1 car that wears Formula 1 liveries, which I think is very smart, because if you are running a club race, you can have certain liveries racing around, whether it's a standard color or a fantasy livery or a real livery in this case. So I absolutely love what they are doing with F1, and it gives us another F1 car for our collection. I have reviewed this car, I absolutely love it, so please check out my review, it's somewhere on my channel. But that is car number 3. What have I chosen for car number 4? Let's find out together. So for car number 4, I've gone a little bit retro with Scala Trick, but not just any Scala Trick. It is the Leyland liveried Williams F1 car. Now, there's multiple reasons why I chose this, but one of the main reasons I will tell you in a tick. But when it comes to design, execution, and how this car looks today, I think it stands the test of time. I think it looks good. My version of it is in very, very good condition, and I absolutely love it. So there's probably 2 main reasons why, whether I love Williams, most of us do love Williams if we do watch F1, but I do have the transporter truck that's meant to go with this slot car. Now, I believe my slot car has the wrong number on it. You can get another numbered car that suits the truck, because the truck has this car on the side of it, but in a different number. So I will try and get a picture and show that. But that was one of the main reasons I did purchase, to try and complete a set. But of course, I collect slot cars, so I don't really need a reason. So number 4, a little bit retro, but for car number 5, have I given any love at all to the man, the Badger himself, Daniel Ricciardo? Well, I have. So let's check out car number 5 together. So to finish off this F1 special of my 5 favorites, car number 5, I am showing some love to the Honey Badger, the Shoey King himself, Danny Ric, with the incredible Carrera's version of Red Bull's RB13, of course, in the Red Bull livery, driven by the legend himself. Now, as a slot car, this thing looks incredible on the shelf, incredible when it's on track, but I have reviewed this slot car on my old Carrera track layout, and these are a bloody quick slot car out of the box. So if you haven't got one, grab them. And Carrera, if you are watching, please get back into making F1 cars, whether it's the new stuff or reproducing some of the old stuff. I love the execution of these. They look really, really stunning, and they're really good for us as collectors, because it would be un-Australian if I didn't mention Danny Ric in this video, or even show a slot car that was made around him, for him, with him on the actual packaging. So there you have it, car number 5, the Honey Badger, the Shoey King himself. Am I going to do a Shoey? No, I'm not. I'll probably throw up on camera. Goes to Danny Ric himself and Carrera. So that's a wrap of this special F1 edition of my 5 favourites. I've chosen 5 different manufacturers and 5 different F1 slot cars to share with you at home today. Let me know in the comments which was your favourite out of my 5, but also let me know what are your 5 favourite F1 cars in real life or slot cars if you do have them on your mind. But as always, at That Slot Car Guy on Instagram and YouTube. Please, if you can, around the world, tune in and watch the race here in my backyard. We are hosting this race, I believe, until 2025, but the more viewers we get, the better chance we have to extend that contract further into the future. And I'm a massive F1 fan, so I'd love to enjoy this race for years to come in my own backyard here in Melbourne, Australia. But be safe, take care, support your local, and come on, Danny Rick.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.